Howdy there, this is Jay Clark, and we are working on a Massey Ferguson 7495, or just a Massey Ferguson 7400 series, trying to fix a tractor, trying to show you how you can do it without getting a dealer involved. Hopefully with just some simple tools, and to make it a lot easier for you, I'm going to just show you a few shortcuts and a few things I've learned in the many hours I spent trying to diagnose and repair this tractor. It's a 2009 Tier 3, pretty nice, pretty new tractor. So let me have you check it out here. So this tractor, I've got it apart here so you can see. Last year I've repainted it, fixed it up. It looks really nice, but it had some electrical issues here. So all the side compartment paneling has been taken apart in the cab here. Some things I did because of what I believed was some water damage. I've replaced this board. I don't think that really did anything. So I'm going to try to help you solve problems without having to replace stuff like this, because this board here is about $1,500. So the last problem that I tried to fix, and I think I did fix on this tractor, was the Datatronic 3 was not working. I've unplugged that to have it serviced. That's the color computer screen right there. Very frustrating. I thought that was what was wrong, was the monitor itself. It wasn't, because to find that out though, I had to trace it down, and what you can't live without here is a tablet with, I got off online, I put it on books, is a complete service manual. And I used to think, oh my goodness, I like the hard copy of stuff, but you know what? I found that working on the tablet really is the way to go. One thing is, you can access so much so quickly with the tab on a tablet when you just load it in your books app, and then when you get to a wiring harness, you can really zoom in and read the little numbers, and you can't do that with the paper manual. So anyway, enough of that. But with that manual in hand, I was able to go through a lot of wires here looking for a problem, and it's like, oh my gosh, I finally found one coupler, one connector. I took this apart, I should have had it apart, and one pin was completely melted and gone, and that pin went to this brown wire here. And so I bypassed that, hooked up this brown wire, and then lo and behold, the monitor started working, and some other stuff started working. There's a lot there and a lot to explain, but let me just tell you how I was able to do that. So one thing you really have to do this kind of work is you have to have a little automotive connector set. It's only like 20 bucks on Amazon, and with that little kit you can hook up all the different connectors you need. And the lifesaver is really this pin like needle one. That's really important. And then just being able to clip on and find the proper ground. Getting a good ground is half the work, by the way. And then you can really take this tip and you can really go in and find where every wire meets. You really try not to penetrate the wire if you can help it. Usually you can get in to the side of the coupler, and then it's not very often that you have a bad connector coupler, but you have to be able to go in one end and in the other end to see if there's any difference in voltage. And I really like this Gardner bender because it only has two connectors, so it's really easy to use. It shuts off automatically, not too expensive. And with that, I can easily and quickly test lots of connections. So, 99% of the time you find everything is working good. I did find that this differential lock button was bad. Massey Ferguson AGCO has a website where it's really easy to order that stuff. I do have to get, like I said, the monitor. There's a bad clip in there on that, but tested hundreds of circuits, gone through. As you can see, there's a lot of circuits in here, and this is how I was able to trace down, in fact, that this was bad, and that is why the air conditioner worked. I just went to Amazon. Instead of paying $1,200 for this control panel, I just replaced it with a $12 thermocoupler and control, bypass that, and it works. So couple of things that, yeah, they're not exactly factory, but it works really good, and we're getting everything fixed on this tractor. Hope that helps.
Follow for more tips like this that can help you.